I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about some research on rebound relationships. You know, one of the things that's frustrating for us is a lot of the times the topics we cover or discuss in breakups aren't really researched that well.
That's right.
There just doesn't seem to be a lot of great research on breakups or what's effective or, just clinical information that we can really sink our teeth into a lot of times. So a lot of it comes from our own personal experience,
right,
and just constantly observing things that are happening and what's going on.
And if you stop to think about it, the first thing you have to think about doing any study is where would you have access to people who had that experience. And the most commonly used group is college students, because you know where they are and you can get them to come see you for a few bucks.
Yeah, that's right.
But when you stop to think about it, it would be difficult to find enough people who'd been through a rebound to really do research. So I'm sure it isn't easy.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Margaret came across an article on rebound relationships that she wanted to share the information on.
Yeah.
And then we'll give our own take as we talk about it.
Yeah. But the bottom line is there is not a whole lot of research done on rebound relationships, which is so amazing since it's been part of human existence since, probably the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Okay?
Does it even define what a rebound relationship was in the terms?
The common definition of a rebound relationship is that you get quickly into a relationship when all logic says you should not be over the one you'd been in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of the definition. That you hook up with somebody before you've had a chance to process and deal with the relationship you had been in. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's called that. And I think I did see one obscure article that said that the term really does come from basketball, a rebound. And there's a bouncy sort of metaphor there, right? Yeah, I'm bouncing back, all right. I'm bouncing back with somebody else. And this person is a PhD therapist named Samantha Joel, who wrote a book, I think, called Dating Decisions. So she's saying it's the question she's most often asked. And it's hard to give an answer because it really depends on two factors: how good the rebound relationship is, and how attached the person was to their ex. So those are the two huge factors that people ask about. But I have people anxiously asking me, how long do you think the rebound will last? And in our experience, it's never that long.
No.
Or at least very commonly it is not that long. Well, how long? And I can't give you the date, honey. I'd love to. I wish I could make you feel better.
I try to go with my gut.
Yep.
And I'll tell people, look, I could be wrong.
Yep.
Don't hold me
don't
to this.
Hold me to it.
But this is just what my gut is telling.
Yeah.
I'll think about the relationship, how long it lasted, what might be coming up.
Yep.
Sometimes, maybe the holidays or things like that. Mm-hmm. And so always to try and, this is what my guess is for you, because they want to guess.
That's what I do too.
But
That's
we don't
the best we can do.
Yeah, we don't have crystal balls.
No.
And a lot of times people will email me, you were right. And that's great to know.
Yeah.
But those are two big factors. How was the relationship and the rebound relationship? What
and
is
how
that
attached you think they really were.
Yeah.
And I oftentimes ask people, what was the relationship like at its best? And you can get a sense of how profoundly attached they were or were not.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got going on?
Well, kind of the general consensus is that a rebound relationship is a great idea if you don't want to deal with the sadness and real issues connected with a breakup. Mm-hmm. Okay? So as we all know, people can come out of a breakup at their lowest point in their lives. Okay? And a rebound relationship, if one presents itself, is very tempting. Because you're all excited now, you're not just crying about spilled milk, you've got an exciting new relationship, get your hormones going. And Craig pointed out to me a minute ago, which was very helpful, that of course if you start to get into a relationship, all those happy hormones are going to come back, and you're going to feel ever so much better from your breakup.
Yep.
Okay?
And the other thing that I really think is wired into us is that relationships keep us safe. That the primary way that human beings stay safe is our relationships to each other.
That's right. We keep each other safe, which would account for separation anxiety now, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you get into another relationship right away, you don't feel alone and you don't feel that sense of death, right?
Right.
Because we feel the sense of death.
Like we're going to get eaten by the saber-toothed tiger if mom isn't there to protect us.
Yeah. And so the person that did the breaking up is now excited about this new rebound, that they think it's going to be great and wonderful.
That's right.
And you feel the sense of death because all you want is to reconnect with that person again. That's the only person you want to connect with. That's the thing that makes your pain of death go away, right?
Yes. And there are many, many people who get burned in a rebound relationship.
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's great for the person who's just had the breakup. But lots of people get hurt in rebound relationships. And people are smart enough sometimes to not let somebody know it's a rebound relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't
Right.
let them know.
Yeah.
But people have to give themselves time after a breakup.
Right. Right.
They have to.
And remember, there's no way you can ever make feelings go away without dealing with them. If you don't deal with them at the time of the breakup, they will come back to you at some point and say, I'm still here. And sometimes things like that result in an unexplained depression.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I always ask people, are there any unresolved issues or relationships in your life that could be coming back on you? And of course, everybody immediately says, no, not that I know of. But after they have a chance to think about it, sometimes there can be an unmourned loss of some sort back there.
Yeah.
You know? So you can sort of, you know, put off the agony, if you want, for at least a while. Okay?
But, you know, a lot of people get into a rebound relationship, think that it's going to be great and wonderful.
Of course.
And then it doesn't last very long.
No.
You know?
No.
And then they have to deal with the loss of you and the person
And the
they broke
rebound.
up.
And the rebound relationship.
That's right. That's right.
And the rebound relationship. So you kind of can't win here.
Mm-hmm.
But what the research does say is that it helps for the person who was broken up with, especially. Yeah.
You mean the person that was dumped?
Yes, the person who was dumped.
If they get into a rebound
If
relationship.
they get into a rebound relationship.
Well, it would help probably with the pain.
Yeah.
But in my experience, that's a big thing that kills their motivation. So if you wind up going right into a rebound, your motivation for changing and the real personal growth, it just gets flat. And you go from really wanting to change your life, improve who you are, to going right back to your old ways.
I wasn't so bad, after all. This woman told me I wasn't so bad.
And then what happens a lot of time is, you know, you might be with that rebound secretly wishing your ex would come back around, and then when they do, you haven't made the personal growth changes.
That's right. And there are some people who say that getting into the rebound relationship and not dealing with the issues is really acting out instead of dealing with.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, acting out is to do something, usually slightly self-destructive, in order to make yourself feel better, as opposed to, you know, processing your feelings and dealing with the feelings that you have. And I think to that extent, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it can be reasonably healthy or really not healthy at all. And I have questions about it really being healthy.
It's not healthy.
No.
I don't think so.
But there are some who want to argue that, I can tell you. But it doesn't seem to me either that it's ever going to do it. Attachment is attachment. And you can't just say, I'm so through with you, I'm not attached to you anymore. And I'm really angry at you, which means I'm still attached to you.
Yeah. Say that again right there. That's important.
Can I say that again?
Yeah, that I'm really angry at you.
I'm really angry at you, but I'm not attached to you anymore. Well, then, Why am I so angry at you?
Exactly.
Because the opposite of love is not anger,
It's indifference. And I haven't said that in a long time,
Right.
but I used to say that. A lot of times I don't like to repeat myself and say the same things over and over, but it's been a while since I've talked about that.
I don't think people mind if we do that.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. It's when, I really don't care what happens to him. And I heard somebody say that in the last couple of weeks in a way that I really believed. And I thought, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that one's really over. Yeah. And it takes time. There's no way you can get out of a relationship without some grief, sadness, loss. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now you can try to hurry the process, and I've had people say, well, I can do relationships quickly. I don't get that attached. And the next thing you know, they're having a depression that they don't think is connected. Yeah.
What else did she say about
What else did she say? How likely is it that someone will go back to an ex after a rebound? The answer to this question is even more complicated. People usually break up for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so the chances of getting back together with an ex depend on whether the issues that led to the breakup have been resolved.
You see, this is why I say you have to make changes in yourself.
Right.
It's even I haven't even read this article.
Right.
And that's exactly what I say all the time.
Yeah. The research on the on-again, off-again couples, those that break up and get back together multiple times, indicates that some of the most common reasons for getting back together with an ex include things like improved communication, getting along better, working through issues together, or improvements with the self or partner, being more understanding or supportive, working on flaws that bothered the partner.
Which is exactly why you don't want to get into a rebound relationship.
That's exactly right.
Because you're not going to improve all of those things.
You want to put your energy onto changing what you have to change.
Exactly. Yes.
Not into a rebound.
Yes.
It isn't going to take you anywhere. In terms of how rebounds might play a role, again, it depends on how rewarding those rebound relationships are. New rewarding dating experiences can help to lower the attachment to the ex-partner, making it less likely that the person will want to get back with their ex.
But I think that's temporary.
I do too. I agree. But these are researchers. They're looking at the concrete stuff and not our wonderful speculations. Obviously, they don't know how wonderful our speculations are. Therefore, two key factors influence people's decisions about whether to get back together with an old flame: the quality of the relationship with the ex-partner and the quality of the relationship with the new partner.
That's pretty basic stuff, but
Exciting new dating prospects can trump past worn-out relationships and help people get over their exes so they can better focus on their new, more compatible partners. On the other hand, when people fail to connect with a new partner, it can make them long powerfully for the familiarity of an ex, particularly if they found the ex to be deeply rewarding in the past.
Which is exactly what I say all the time. That, this is just worded slightly different than what I tell you, is that a lot of times your ex has a rebound and it lasts for a little while. It's all exciting and fun and you have all these chemicals released and they seem like they're going to be perfect, and then they don't attach. Attachment doesn't happen very often. No. If it did, relationships would not be typically lasting 3 or 4 months. You would bond with this person, have long-term relationships, but I think most relationships fall apart around the 4-month mark.
Yes, you've always said that. Yeah.
I've thought that for years.
When you really start to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And some people say that's when the power struggle stage starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of other issues are going to come up.
That's when they're going to surface.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she's just saying it slightly different than what I've been telling you guys for a long time.
So, if you're the ex in this situation, what does all this mean for you?
Which ex? Good question, right?
Don't confuse me. Right. If you're the ex, kind of waiting for somebody to come back to you.
Oh, okay. The one that's been dumped.
Yeah. Outside of trying to improve on your own relationship with your ex, all you can do is really wait and see. But do so patiently. Nagging or otherwise trying to interfere with your ex's new relationship will likely only remind you that your ex of the bad times in your former relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is also exactly what we say. Think about what she just said there. Basically, leave them alone, go no contact like we talk about, and let that new relationship run its course. Now, there are some other coaches out there that would say to be friends with their ex or to try and meddle with that. I think it's a terrible idea.
I heard from 2 people in the last 3 or 4 weeks saying that they had done research on the ex and were letting their ex-partner know what a terrible person they really are.
Oh.
That's not going to get your ex back for you. Let me assure you, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You've been so terrible to me. I don't know why you ever left me. Now, are we back together?
Yeah. You're terrible. Your partner's terrible. You have no right to be going out with somebody else. You were with me. Don't you want to come back? Yeah.
Oh.
That's exactly right.
Oh, that the new partner is terrible. Oh, I thought you meant that they were terrible.
No,
okay.
But in addition to they being terrible, they did research and chased down the story.
The rebound.
Right.
And the rebound. And listen to how terrible your rebound is.
Listen to what a terrible person he is.
Yeah.
Or listen to what a terrible person she is. You don't want to be with that person.
Don't get in the middle.
And I think they wait for a thank you. Not going to happen.
No, they get angry at you for meddling.
At you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you got to leave them alone in that situation, and they'll figure it out for themselves.
Yes, they will. Yes, they
and
will.
then you'll look even better.
That's right.
That's what I tell you guys.
And remember, you can look better in a rebound.
Yes.
Yes.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I know the new person looks amazing. I've been there. I know what that feels like. But a lot of time, they don't even come close to what you brought to the table. Because they were attached to you. And they're probably not going to be attached to the rebound.
Right.
Not for very long, anyway.
Anyway, here's the final piece of advice. Remember, you want to look good next to the competition. Okay?
It's like are they watching our channel, Margaret?
I think they are, and we're not getting royalties.
I think they're watching our channel and rephrasing what we say.
Right.
All right, so hopefully this was helpful to understanding rebounds. It kind of confirmed everything that we've been saying for years.
Speculated, right. Yeah.
And, obviously I think we probably spend a lot more time thinking about breakups than that
the
researcher
person
does too.
Well, yes, and they can only go on the concrete information that they get in the survey.
And they're not dealing with people every day like we are.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that even when you see your ex has a rebound and it feels like the end of the world, that they're going to love this person and marry them. I've been there. I felt like that.
And you always think they're going to go down, into the sunset holding hands and nobody will ever think of you again. Not very often.
It happens, but not very often.
Not very often.
Yeah. Okay. So, good article. Of course, when you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
Yes, I'd love to speak with you if you want to give me a call.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.